Bryson. Left-hand side of the racetrack, hoping to go to the finals. The battle of the Georgia boys. Right now, Norman Bryson had the choice of lanes, but he has struggled himself all weekend, burning up some parts. As both these guys purge that nitrous oxide. And of the four cars, only one of them's a Ford and only one of them's a blower car. That's Tim Meisner sitting in the water box. Bryson left side, DeLeon right side. Who's going to the final round of PTC Fuel Tech Radial versus the World? They're set. And there goes DeLeon. Here comes Bryson at the top end. It's going to be Louis DeLeon. 3:60.16, 2:05, 3:66.0204. Norman Bryson, DeLeon had about 400s in his pocket on the starting line. About 400s quicker on the other end of the racetrack. So the number one qualifier, Louis DeLeon, the owner of Fuel Tech, will head to the final round of PTC Fuel Tech Radial versus the World. But who will his adversary be in that final round? Will it be Tim Meisner out of Douglasville, Georgia, in that supercharged Hemi, or will it be from Mastic, New York, 959 cubic inches of Sonny Leonard power? George Scoot Williams the fourth. Nitrous oxide injection. All right, Timmy Meisner, Scoot Williams, crank them up, fellas. Let's get the business here. Here we go, Meisner and Williams. $361.5 or better is what it's going to take to have lane choice in the final round over Louis DeLeon. And to be honest with you, neither one of these guys have gone that quick this weekend, but again, Scoot Williams on the right-hand side, that wild ride he had the other night where he went to the finish line, the chute didn't come out, he spun out in the middle of the shutdown there, right in front of Calvin Franco. And by their own admission, by the grace of God and, well, some luck, drivers didn't hit each other. Scoot Williams probably just backed it, bumped it into the wall in the rear deck lid a little bit. And they got new parachutes on that car, and, well, he's ready to go. This will be the final pair of RVW for the semifinals. We got Pro 275 coming up next for their semifinal. In 3:61.5 or better, it's what it's going to take. Get lane choice. If you run a 3:61.6, you're going to outrun DeLeon a mile an hour. Limited 235 to 5 and 6, please. Limited 235, 5 and 6. All right, here we go. Who's going to go to the final against Louis DeLeon? They're pre-staged. I'll tell you what, Meisner likes to stage last, and he will stage last. They're set. And problem for Scoot Williams, Meisner, 3:68.6. The storybook weekend ends right here for Scoot Williams. He had him on the tree by about 100th of a second, but after that, nothing. So it's, how about that? Stevie Fast, as good as he is behind the wheel on the tuning on the keyboard, and he calls it, well, the edited version, busted up taters. So Louis DeLeon will have lane choice in the final over Tim Meisner. Let's go Pro 275. Mo Hall and Brylan Holder. Mo Hall, Laytonsville, Maryland. He's won here many times. on this racetrack, qualified in the 2 spot at 373. Rylan Holder from Bakersfield, California. Number 6, he qualified in the 6 spot at 378. Now, the interesting thing that his father, Roger Holder, they had only raced each other one time in their careers, and that was at Bradenton just a few weeks ago. First time ever. And around before that, Roger Holder took out Antron Brown. That is named the short list drivers who gave Antron Brown a losing time slip. So Mulhall, Rylan Holder. First pair, semifinal round of Pro 275. And Mulhall's out of Rylan Holder with a 382-197. Rylan had the start line advantage and never looked back. Mulhall was a 200s behind, struck the tires, and it was over. So Rylan Holder will head to the final round of Pro 275, brought to you by Hartz Turbo and UPR Products. I need open comp for your final qualifying session of the lanes, please. Open comp, the 5 and 6, please. Open comp for your final qualifying session, lanes 5 and 6. Now, who will face Rylan Holder in the final? Will it be Tim Dutton or Jason Collins? Tim Dutton, number 9 qualifier, 380 with a 7.194. Jason Collins at Steel, Alabama. We're headed to Steel, Alabama. Next race at the end of March. 69 Camaro qualified in the 4 spot, 375 with 200 miles an hour. Yeah, buddy. And here's a good luck charm for Rylan Holder real quick. His girlfriend Jaden had never been to a drag race until this weekend. I think if Rylan Holder ends up winning Pro 75, she'll be coming to every drag race probably from now until the cows come home. And they won't be coming home for about another 60, 70 years, at least. Good point. Why would the cow leave to begin with? There you go. So Tim Dutton, Jason Collins. Winner here gets Rylan Holder in the final round of Pro 275. They're set. And Tim Dutton's out of Jason Collins, 374. He will have lane choice in the final over Rylan Holder. Oh, and Tim Dutton was 008 on the tree, but it was over 10 feet later. So Jason Collins will have lane choice over Rylan Holder in the final of Pro 275, brought to you by Hartz Turbos and UPR Products. Again, open comp should be lanes 5 and 6 for pairings for qualifying, your final qualifying session. Open comp should be in 5 and 6 for your final session qualifying. Let's go LDR. Jamie Hancock out of Alabama, the 68 Camaro, number 1 qualifier, 389, 186. J.R. Pines out of Atlanta, Georgia, the Proline Powered Cadillac CTSV, number 4, 393, 185. This should be a great matchup between these two. And so far, of the 2 previous classes, only one number 1 qualifier has advanced to the final. It's Louis Deleon in RVW. Jamie Hancock trying to make it 2. But J.R. Pines, that sleek-looking 2014 Cadillac CTSV Proline Power, taking on Jamie Hancock. You got a whale of a matchup in the box here as well for the semifinals of Limited Drag Radio, brought to you by TRZ Motorsports, Energy Manufacturing, Scott Tidwell Racing. Here on this Sunday morning, final elimination day here at Lights Out 14. The Camaro left side, the Cadillac on the right side. Waiting on Hancock, he's in. 7th down the points, top of the racetrack, give it to the caddy. 391.3 to a 391.6. J.R. Pines got there first by 1/100th of a second. They were separated by 7th thou in reaction time, 3rd thou in ET. Do the math, 1/100th of a second. J.R. Pines going to the final round of Limited Drag Radial. So who will he face? Will it be DJ McCain or Scott Kincaid? Here we go, DJ McCain and Scott Kincaid, winner here. Go to the final round against J.R. Pines. Oh, DJ McCain. Remember, as soon as this runs over, he's got to come back for X275. Struggling the tires. DJ McCain won pretty, but he's going to one final. Lays 453, 170. There you go. Final round is set. J.R. Pines will have lane choice over DJ McCain. Let's go X275. Now, after this pair, there will be a little bit of a hold because we do have to wait for DJ McCain to come back from the other end of the racetrack, get out of that car, and hustle him up here. As Ryan Milligan and Kenny Hubbard. So here's a trivia question for you. Kenny Hubbard, when was the last time Kenny Hubbard lost a round of X275? I believe it was Steele, Alabama last year, the last time he was handed a time slip where the wind light was not on his side of it. Ryan Milligan hoping to change that. But that's a tall order. Kenny Hanna out of Montgomery, Texas. And not only that, his daughter is still back here as well. So could both Hubbards end up going to Lights Out victory lane here this afternoon? Let me get Gear Bangers brought to you by Tick Performance and FFB Customs, lanes 2 and 3, please. Gear Bangers brought to you by Tick Performance and FFB Customs at 2 and 3. Here we go. Milligan left side, Hubbard right side. Hubbard's in, Milligan's in. Kenny Hubbard keeps the streak going at 416, 171. So again, folks, we are going to be just a few moments here as they're waiting for DJ McCain to come back up for from the far of the racetrack to get into the X275 car, so it'll be just a couple of moments here. But 4:16.7 for Kenny Hubbard. He was 600 better in reaction time, and it was over. So Kenny Hubbard going to with his 4th straight final as Scott Parson, Wade Page, a great show of sportsmanship by Scott for waiting for DJ to make it back. So again, Gear Bangerz brought to you by Take Performance and F&B Customs. The lanes, please. Now, here's the interesting thing. Remember, is if Kyla Hubbard is able to go to victory lane here, she will become only the 2nd lady ever to win a Duck X production event. The first one, War Eagle Haley James did it last year right here at No Mercy.
It's all about feel, and this car. I love this car, but not when it hesitates. So I was looking for better performance. That's why I went with an Edelbrock AVS2 carburetor. No hesitation. The Edelbrock warranty. Great throttle response. Now when I punch it, it moves. Edelbrock, charge forward.
We drive tech. We drive the industry, going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see Fuel Tech everywhere.
Welded pumps, regulators, filters, fueling champions.
It's all about feel. And this car, I love this car, but not when it hesitates. So I was looking for better performance. That's why I went with an Edelbrock AVS2 carburetor. No hesitation. The Edelbrock warranty. Great throttle response. Now when I punch it, it moves. Edelbrock, charge forward.
Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
It's all about feel. And this car, I love this car, but not when it hesitates. So I was looking for better performance. That's why I went with an Edelbrock AVS2 carburetor. No hesitation. The Edelbrock warranty. Great throttle response. Now when I punch it, It moves. Edelbrock, charge forward.
Street or strip. Prep or no prep. Bracket killer or heads up warrior. It feels great to eliminate your competition. Demand the best in suspension and cooling components. Demand AFCO.
You've called all steel, all glass as well. So there we go again. Thank you, Scott Parsons, for waiting patiently. So St. Thomas, Pennsylvania, Scott Parsons, 632 cubic inches. As they're trying to get the DJ McCain car to start. There we go. Now DJ's got it fired. There we go. You saw the scene coming out the pipes, the headers. So here we go. DJ McCain. Again, like I said, we'll go to his second final in the last 20-plus minutes. Scott Parson, St. Thomas, Pennsylvania. Both these drivers driving Chevrolets. The 06 Corvette for DJ McCain, the 67 Camaro for Scott Parson. Both of them purging the nitrous oxide. I mean, big nitrous purge on DJ McCain over there. Look at all the horsepower that he can get. So I'm sure Kenny Hubbards is, probably was down in the front of the racetrack. Now I'm sure he's made his way back up to find out who's he's gonna face in the final round. So here we go. Scott goes right in, waiting on DJ. DJ's in, and DJ McCain is out of it. Scott Parson with an upset victory, 423-171. Denies DJ McCain his spot in history. He'll give up lane choice to Kenny Hubbard in the final of X275, brought to you by ProCharger, Precision Turbo, and Callies. Let's go Ultra Street. And actually, the Kyle Hubbard, she's back here in the water box as Sean Pevler will get a bye run to the final here. Sean Pevler of Cincinnati, Ohio. KBX Bennett Race Engines, 90 Mustang, number 2 qualified 450. Here we go, Sean Pevler on a bye run. Free shot of the racetrack and pretty much use this as a test lap. Oh, that looks good. Real good. 453.3, 147 for Sean Pevler. He'll advance to the final. Oh boy, this is going to be a great matchup here. Kyla Hubbard, James Tall. Kyla Hubbard trying to join her dad in the final. James on the right side. Which would also make Doug Egg history. We've never had father-daughter win in the same race. On the right-hand side of the racetrack, he's definitely not gonna be a slouch over there on the right-hand side. He qualified the 3 spot at 4:51.4 out of Bradenton, Florida. Kyla Hubbard on the left side. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of folks out there that want to see Kyla Hubbard take this orange Monte Carlo into the final round. However, there's a few guys on the right-hand side of the racetrack that are going to have something to say about that. Also, if your name is Alfred Knowlton, please come to the tower. Duck has something he wants to give to you. And LaToya just texted you. You probably already know what I'm talking about now, but here we go. Will Kyla Hubbard advance to the final of Ultra Street? Kyla got him on the tree. Is he enough? Top of the racetrack? No! 4:52 for James Tall. Kyla Hubbard did everything right. Just James Tall did it a little better. All right, so James Tall will go to the final round. And let's go open comp. John Brady at McMinnville, Tennessee, and Toby Gant at Land Lakes, Florida. Glass racer L591 right away, please. All steel, all glass. Final call to the lanes, please. So again, L591, all steel, all glass. Need you now. We're going without you. All righty, 6:15. Dade City, Florida, and Mikey Smith at Tuscumbia, Alabama. Five 132 to 778, 71 miles per hour. And here we go in open comp, brought to you by Red Horse Performance and Pro Systems. Stephen Remay and Woody Campbell out of Jasper, Alabama. 76 Monza Coupe. Also the same car that Duck took to his high school prom back in whenever he graduated. Here goes Woody. Good money of mine there from Alabama. Top end, Stephen Remay, 583. 117 miles per hour, 773, 81.32. Moving right along here at Open Comp here at Lights Out 14. Thank you all for coming along for the ride. As Joe Suchik Jr. from Rittman, Ohio. Car 1286 on the right-hand side of the racetrack. Here we go, clean and green. Top of the racetrack, about a 650, 104. Right-hand side, Joe Suchik Jr. goes 672 at 96.89 miles per hour. We run along here in open comp as Victor Adams at Gainesville, Florida, and Chris Balcom, Avelford, Indiana. 70 Chevrolet Camaro and the 89 Pontiac Firebird on the left-hand side of the racetrack. Here on Sunday morning, here in Lights Out 14. And it looks like Victor Adams left for the tree. So 6:43 there for Chris Balcom. Victor Adams again rolled the beans, will not get a time. As Zane Owen, Tifton, Georgia, the 69 El Camino, Mike Clifford, and the 66 Barracuda. All right, so here we go. Zane Owen, Mike Clifford. Here we go. And striking the tires. Out on the right-hand side. 575 Zane Owen, 145 to a 691 at 90 miles an hour. Will Weeks and Don Wilds. Will Weeks from just up the street. Right here in Adel, Georgia. Don Wilds out of Georgia, 2000 S10. Red light for Don Wilson. Will Weeks. There he goes. Now he goes. .609, 111. Cameron Margulis. 613, Alex Serpents on the right side out of Florida, 695, 81 miles an hour. As Ray Williams Sr. out of Titusville, Georgia, 79 Ford, and Mike Sumner out of Douglas, Georgia, 65 Chevelle. All right, so Ray Williams, Mike Sumner. And top of the racetrack, 530, 135 for Mike Sumner. Ray Williams, 676. Young, Englewood, Tennessee. All right, folks, let me be very clear. Whoever just took the coroplast signs out of the winner's circle, you need to bring them back right now. They're right next to the trophies. If you just took those coroplast signs, you need to bring them back right now. So again, if you have a coroplast sign that you got from where the trophies are, you need to bring them back right now. That'll be it for Open Comp. We're going to all steel, all glass coming up here.
It's all about feel. And this car, I love this car, but not when it hesitates. So I was looking for better performance. That's why I went with an Edelbrock AVS2 carburetor. No hesitation. The Edelbrock warranty. Great throttle response. Now when I punch it, it moves. Edelbrock, charge forward.
We drive tech. We drive the industry. Going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see Fuel Tech everywhere.
Welded pumps, regulators, filters, fueling champions.
Again, we get everything ready to go. Don't forget, there's a very special award that was given out at Doug X Production events in memory.
Take your
of one of
time.
our dear friends.
Huh? Take your time. Take your time.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? How about that?
Good run.
Good run?
Good run. Solid run.
Well, I mean, take your time right there. I mean, you're going to the finals. You can be a little excited, a little bit excited.
Man, I'm so happy for the team. The guys worked so hard to put this thing together. That was so cool. Really cool.
Well, you've creeped up on it all weekend, you and the team, and then you come out in the last qualifier and go to the pole.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We were looking how the car was behaving. We saw that it could do it. They're like, okay, let's try. Let's give it a shot, and let's try to take that #1 spot. It worked out. Car's behaving as we want every single lap, pretty much. Besides last night, we were a little excited. We were racing our teammate, so like, okay, let's have a plan B. You never know what happens. Unfortunately, something happened to his motor. Like, okay, let's try it. It didn't make it. But now we know it doesn't make it, right?
Somebody's a little happy going into the finals for Radial versus the World. We'll see if he can turn it on one more time. Yeah.
This year, for our top #1 qualifier in Pro 275 was Manny Bujenga. Manny or any crew member, if you could meet us in the winner's circle when we are back there doing our photos for the winners and runner-up, we would love to have you back there so we can do some photos.
Oh, I guess the story continues. You're going to go up in the finals against Lewis over there.
Yeah, that's right. In the daytime, this is going to be this next round will be a fun one.
Well, I mean, so you stepped up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Stevie got it over there in his toolbox to get in on that 61, get after it.
Yeah, that's right. We definitely have something for that 61, but this isn't going to be a 61 next round race. It's going to be a 65, 66 race.
You might have to turn on that wind light with a little bit of finger action.
I got that. I got that in the bag.
Folks, he's still rolling on. Stevie fast. He's not in his seat, but he's turning screws for Timbo over here, as I've been told. We'll see who's going to line it up and turn the wind light on in the finals. Radial versus the World.
And even the classes that are not in the series, So give us just a few minutes and we will announce the ambassador of the sport for the B Cop Award and $1,000.
Thank you, Boss X. And I'll tell you what, I have no doubt in my mind that Blake Hobson would be a world champion many times over, and I've no doubt he is watching from above. So, Blake, we miss you, buddy. We love you, and Godspeed, my friend.
Well, this is becoming a thing with me and you. A little repeat of the U.S. Street Nationals down here. You took out the nitrous car, Mo Hall. How you feeling? I mean, you got to be feeling really, really confident right now. You got that Tim Lyons over there in your back corner.
Oh yeah, they do an amazing job. I'm glad I won. Mo Hall, I guess, was having some issues with his car, and we were trying to wait on him as long as we could. The rest of the guys that are running our class didn't want to wait too long, so luckily he made it up. But I think he ended up spinning the tire. But I got the win, so moving on to the finals.
Moving on to the finals, trying to go back to back. The Holder kid all the way in from California. Pro 275 in the finals.
Final call for all steel, all glass. Still missing one car. Final call for all steel, all glass. Missing one car. If you're not there, we're going to go without you. All right, Grudge Inc. 275, need you now, please. Grudge Inc. 275, need you now, please. Grudge Inc. Comcams, no time 275, need you now, please. Let's go limited 235, first pair out. Oh, boy. Bad Brad Shear and Bill Kubiak. Here we go. Fort Myers, Florida, there for Bad Brad Shear. 89 Mustang, taking on the 90 Mustang, the camo print. Bill Kubiak from Douglasville. These two qualified numbers 2 and 3, only separated by 11 thousandths of a second in qualifying. Here you go.
To the stage lanes, Vendetta. To the stage lanes, Vendetta. We need you to the stage lanes. Lane number 2 or 3, Vendetta. We need you to the stage lanes now.
Oh, Brad Shear and Bill Kubiak here for limited 235. Get ready to rock and roll here. Here we go, top of the racetrack. Who's got it at the stripe? It's going to be Bad Brad. 499.6 to a 5.002. Bad Brad Shear going to the final round. Had 600s in his pocket, and that was more than enough. So Brad Shear going to the final round of Limited 235. And let's go to our final pair. It'll be Dean Fluhart and Eddie Ramirez. Bangerz coming up. In the water box here. Let's go and get Grudging, Comcans, no time 275 to the lanes, please. Grudging 275 to the lanes, please. Also, SNS Diesel and Featherlight Composites Pro Truck to the lanes, please. No time Pro Truck, need you to the lanes as well, please. So who will go to the final round to face Bad Brad Shear? Pre-staged. Eddie's in. Dean's in. Start line, man. Look at that big wheel step. Eddie carried it. Oh, man. What a wild ride for Dean Fluhart. He was not giving up on that one. Carried it to about well past the 330. Man, oh, man. What a wild one. Wow. And it looks like Dean Fluhart has come to a stop down there in the shutdown. You see the red lights have been activated on the Christmas tree, so that will shut the racetrack down for just a couple of moments. But man, oh man, what a wild one that was for Dean Fluhart. He had the start line advantage. Wasn't giving up until that car came down. He saw that Eddie Ramirez was long gone. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Boss X.
So we have narrowed those two down to one person for the Blake Cobson yearly Sportsmanship Ambassador of the Sport. And that goes, the $1,000 and trophy goes to Mr. Jamie Hancock. He has been a part of our crew, family for years and years. We've seen him grow from a youngster all the way to a grown man with children. And so Jamie Hancock and crew, if you would please at the end make your way down to the winner's circle so that we can give you your award and money after all of the award ceremonies and other winners. So $1,000 and trophy goes to Mr. Jamie Hancock. Jamie, thank you so much for all that you do for the sport.
Absolutely well-deserving. Jamie Hancock, definitely does, like you said, has definitely made a name for himself in the radio world and definitely well-deserving of the Blake Cobson Sportsmanship Awards. Congratulations, Jamie Hancock. Let's go to Gear Bangers, brought to you by Take Performance FFP Customs. So Thomas West, John Rogers, winner here, will take on Jonathan Atkins in the Grub Worm in the final of Gear Bangers. Here we go. West left side, Rogers right side. It's the Honda versus the 98 at 240 SX. There they go. There goes John Rogers. He says, see ya. 479, 136 miles per hour. So he will go to the final round to face Jonathan Atkins and the Grub Worm.
Get him, Jeezy. Got him.
Against Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, the 97 Chevrolet Camaro qualified in the 2 spot.
Oh, my, oh, my. Did they tell you on the radio what it was?
No, they did not.
Okay, I want you to know a little secret. You're 44 to his 51 up front.
That's close. That's really close.
J.R. Pines, you've been your team. I mean, we got thick pockets. We've talked about it the past couple days. Now you're looking to make them a little thicker.
We're trying. That's what we're going to do. I believe we'll be seeing. Well, I guess we'll see who we have in the finals.
I really can't call it because I think everybody that I have picked, and they tell you in announcing, don't fill out the ladder like the bracket.
Right.
Dude, I've been screwing it up.
You and me both, buddy. You and me both.
Hey,
That's tough to pick.
We'll see you in the finals.
Thank you guys so
much.
much.
All right,
Appreciate
absolutely.
it.
You guys be good.
Thanks.
So here we go. Here's Grub Worm. Waiting to see, can he get it done? 117 short for Jonathan Atkins to the top end. 448. Where did that come from? Low ET of the weekend by a 10th and a half. Jonathan Atkins and the Grub Worm will have lane choice in the final, and he tells that little import, you want some? Bring it. Okay, I think he wants the money. So Grub Worm going to the final with lane choice.
Dude, you're going to the finals.
Yes, sir. Pedal Fest against Kincaid. I'm about to run against JR Pines for the third time this weekend in the finals, so I'm ready.
Just the way that we drew it up on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Let's see if these nicest cars can get it done this weekend.
Hey, folks, he's also in 275. X could be a double up. All right, get out of here. Hubbard wins the first